Hey everybody, welcome to Dave's Saturday Podcast. This is June 12th, 2021. Uh I skipped a week because my sister passed away a couple weeks ago. Um she passed away on the 30th, so I didn't record this week for obvious reasons. Uh and then I'm in Ohio right now. So, I'm recording this week because get back on it and start doing it again. Uh, After I found out, I just pretty much went straight to Ohio, and I've been here since. So I'll go try and go through every day, but I probably won't be able to. So last Sunday, I found out the next Monday I didn't do anything, and then that Tuesday I went to work in the morning and I quit because I was gonna put in a month notice anyway. So I no longer work in Washington. I'm still moving to Texas. Uh, I am applying for jobs right now. So that Tuesday I quit, and then I didn't do. I got ready to fly out that next day on that Wednesday. Wednesday I went to Ohio. Thursday I just kind of spent time with family. Didn't really do much. Friday or Saturday, one of those days I went and hung out with a friend. That was nice. And then the next day was Sunday. And the Saturday before that, I'd go into a friend's house. So Friday, I hung out with friends, I think it was just Saturday I did. Sorry. Everything's a little bit of a blur. Okay, I've got to figure it out. So the Friday after I got to Ohio, I don't think I did anything. But the Saturday I did. I went to the Strawberry Festival near where I grew up with some friends. Then after that, I went to a friend's house to play board games. That's what I did that Saturday. The next day, Sunday, I went to my old church with friends, and then after that, we went to Red Robin, get a very, very good meal there. Then my parents had to go down to North Carolina to take care of some of my sister's stuff, so I had to watch the house for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I didn't, and Tuesday I had a friend over, and we walked the property, and then we went out to eat, and we were going to go to the wings place that I love so very much, but they're closed because they don't have enough employees. So that was irritating, as you could tell. So we went to a pizza place instead that's like local, and that was pretty good. So that made up for it. It was okay. Then we went back to my house, showed my friend a show that I thought he'd like, and he did like it, and that was nice. The next day, my parents got home in the evening, but I made them dinner and stuff. I've been slacking a little bit on working out, but I think it's fine. I don't think anyone's gonna knock me for being a little bit lazy, given the circumstances. So Wednesday, I made them dinner before they got home. They got home at like midnight. Then Thursday, I did something Thursday. What did I do? Actually, I think Thursday I just stayed at my parents and applied for some jobs and didn't really do a ton. Then yesterday, I worked out for a couple hours in the morning, so I'm trying to get back to it. Today, I'm not doing really doing much of anything because tomorrow I have a lot to do. Um, but applied for some jobs, and then after I applied for jobs, I kind of just hung around the house. I think that's really it. I feel like I did something that Thursday. It doesn't really matter. Uh, I don't know why I'm still on Thursday. Anyway, yesterday after I hung around. Wait, sorry, I'm kind of lost. I hung around the house Thursday, and then on Friday I worked out in the morning, and then I went to a friend's house for a little bit. I took a nap there. Then I went to a graduation party and saw some people there, and then I went to watch an anime at the same people's house that I had to get. That's what I did on Thursday. I watched a bunch of anime. Yeah, I watched anime all day because I had to catch up so that I would know what they were going to be watching the next day. That's what I did on Thursday. I cleared that up. Wow, that was a big waste of time. So tomorrow I've got a lot planned. Gonna go to church. Gonna go see some friends. I'm gonna have to see some more friends in the evening. I know way too many people out here. It's a little tiring, but that's okay. Tiring is good. That means I'm doing stuff. So Interesting week. Long week. Sorry I missed the last week, but you can't really blame me. I have ace in the hole. Okay. So there's probably no questions on my podcast. For those new listeners, you can email me at davesaturdaypodcast@gmail.com. DAVES. Let me just hold on. I don't know actually how that's spelled. DAVESSATURDAYPODCAST Dave's Saturday Podcast. You can ask the questions and I can answer them. Just email me the questions. I don't have any questions this week, so I will come up with a couple and then we'll go to the news article things. So let me go. There was like the random question generator I used last time. Yeah. So I'm just going to go to the same one and answer some questions again until I get more questions on my podcast. This is kind of nice. Random question generator. What was the most disappointing ending to a great book / movie / game? Most disappointing ending was it was that one movie, Alita: Battle Angel. I just remember the ending sucked, and I can't remember why. But I remember getting this feeling of doom, like, no, they're not going to do that to this movie. And then they did. I think they ended it in a way to where it would only have been good if there was a sequel that ended it, because they like kind of led up to where there was like ended on a cliffhanger. Why would you end something on a cliffhanger? It's like a multi-billion-dollar movie and it didn't do that well in the box office. You don't have a second movie lined up. Don't be like, oh, this is a good movie. I'm gonna make this and make a sequel, and then it didn't do as well as it probably should have because I thought it was a good movie. I think it sucked because it ended on a cliffhanger. So ironically, it probably would have done a lot better if it didn't end on a cliffhanger. That's just my opinion. Obviously, I'm getting very heated about this movie, Alita: Battle Angel, because it wasn't. It was okay. I have to move on. Next question: what old person things do you do? Have heart palpitations. What else? What other old people things do I do? I drive kind of slow. I drive an old person car. I drive like a 1997 vehicle, and I love it because it's so safe and it's painted. Um, I like to lay around, but I don't really like that I lay around. I just like doing it. I guess it's an old person thing. Okay, next question. What's your favorite international food? Anything Italian, man. I love Italian food. Bruschetta, Italian pizza. Now, there's a difference between Italian pizza and pizza. All right, pizza is like an American thing where you take bread and you put as much stuff like sauce and cheese, and it's like covers the whole thing. Now, Italian pizza, they take a nice bread and they put some crushed tomatoes on and some mozzarella and some basil, and then I think there's salt in there and it's some other seasonings maybe. And I like that a lot better, personally. Now, I'll still eat pizza. I'm not dissing pizza. I'm just saying I like Italian pizza, and I like Italian food in general. So it's my favorite international food. I'm going to also answer my least favorite international food. Well, maybe I'm not, because, I don't care. My least favorite international food is Africa, because I like having food on my plate. I hope that wasn't too far. I'm probably get canceled for this. I can't even get canceled. I'm so low on the tiers of fame that I can't get canceled because nobody knows who I am. That's pretty great. I can kind of say whatever I want. I'm gonna go. There's like a tab for this that says dating. Oh, I'm gonna first date questions. I'm gonna answer a couple of those. Let's go to a random one. What would be the best city to live? It's not a first date question. The best city to live in. I mean, maybe if you're like, oh, I hope the answer is one specific city that I want to live in, but I don't think it's really like that really matters. What would be the best city to live in? I'm gonna say Austin because I'm moving there, so I'm just gonna say that for the only that reason. Even though I don't have a real answer for this because I'm not a huge city guy. I'm honestly more of like an edge of the city guy, and I live on like the outskirts of Seattle right now, and I really like that. What other date? Was there any of them that are like actually related to dating? Because all these are just kind of like random questions. No, none of these are. These are all just like get okay. That was stupid. Well, one more question on the. I don't know. I hope I didn't say one more question a bunch of times because I do that sometimes. Last question, if for real, if I've already said it. What was the most important appointment or deadline you missed? I don't know. I don't think I have because if it was important, I would have missed it. Yeah, I plan ahead. It's not that hard to plan ahead, guys. Okay, all you have to do is put it in your Google Calendar and set a reminder and set an alarm that has a note on it that says what you have to do. Which, when something's important, that's what I do. Okay, so if I miss something, it's because I didn't do that or I got knocked out. And I've never been knocked out, so I've never missed anything that important. Okay. Um, the only thing I can think of is I was supposed to teach something once, and then I just completely forgot about it, and I missed that. But I also didn't care that much about it, and this was like 5 years ago. So I'm going to say whatever that was, because I can't really remember what it was, honestly. I just remember I missed something I was supposed to teach. Okay. Random city time. U.S. map. So what this section is of the podcast, I pull up the U.S. map. I close my eyes and I just kind of point at the continental U.S. Sorry, Alaska. I don't know. Maybe I'll do like a special Alaska episode someday, but for now it's just the continental U.S. And maybe a special Hawaii episode. But I'm going to close my eyes and just kind of point at the U.S. So give me a second to pull up a good map. It has the whole U.S. And then, okay. The city is probably going to be very interesting because I pointed at South Dakota. Give me a second to see exactly where I pointed. Spearfish, South Dakota. Spearfish? South Dakota news. The news. Okay. Meet the candidates. Spearfish Ward 2. What is this? What's the Spearfish Ward 2? I think it's the second Spearfish Ward. What even is a spear? What the heck? What? This tiny little newspaper has like a registration thing. It won't let me read the article. What? This isn't the New York Times. This is some Boduk city I pointed out on a map. Oh, I have to disable my ad blocker. Okay, that makes more sense. Let me just sorry, there's some technical difficulties. The BH Pioneer. I forgot the Spearfish or whatever it is, whatever the city is. Their stupid website thinks they're like the New York Times or something. Like they're some big. They have like 10 readers. Yeah, that's probably why they need the ad revenue. Okay. So Spearfish. Meet the candidates. Spearfish. Oh, not speared fish. Spearfish. Word 2. Spearfish is the city. Residents head to the polls on Tuesday, April 13th, to elect candidates for the Spearfish Ward 2. I think this is just voting for town council or something. What is a ward? Okay. I get to read about these people and they can't do anything about it. Okay. Let me just read this because it's kind of confusing. Residents head to the polls on Tuesday, April 13th, to elect candidates for the Spearfish Ward 2. The Black Hills Pioneer sent that newspaper is called the Black Hills Pioneer. Black Hills Pioneer sent a candidate questionnaire to the individuals vying for one position, which carries a 3-year term. The candidates' answers are published below as received. When necessary, answers were edited slightly for length. Well, I guess someone there is a writer and they wrote like a 10-page essay they had to shorten down. Black Hills Pioneer having a rough. There's also a candidate named Rob Herman who turned in a profile, but it's not posted because he is not vying for re-election, though his name is on the ballot, so they're not showing anything that he put in. Drew Dutton is a manager. He manages artifacts, antiques, and art located downtown in Spearfish, and owns and operates a DJ and event service called Liquorish Entertainment. Liqueur as in the beverage? Okay, well, obviously this guy does not know thank you. I would not vote for this guy if I was held at gunpoint. This doesn't sound like a good candidate at all. He's a DJ and event service. Hold on, DJ. First off, if he's a DJ, he's like 24. Oh, maybe he is 24. I've lived in Spearfish for 24 years. That's what it says on his profile. I have a deep love for this beautiful community. Well, why are you DJing? I can't get over the DJing. I'm just going to have to ignore him for a second. DJ. I have a deep love for this beautiful community. Not that like DJs are bad things. It's just that if you're running for any office, maybe being a DJ, you shouldn't say that. That means I'm not going to vote for you. I think he is 24 though. He says, I want to get involved in our local government and decision making. So a ward must just be like their city hall or something. As we continue to grow, I think it is highly important to remember the things that make our town so attractive and not let those things be tossed to the wayside as we expand. People under the age of 30 years old make up a large percentage of our population. I think it's important to have someone to represent their voice. Great. Could we have someone that's maybe not a DJ? That's a question. I kind of want to contact this guy and ask why he DJs and why he told me. He says, I'm a Black Hills State University graduate with a degree in mass communications and multimedia. This knowledge will enable me to provide extra value to the community. Okay. So he has a degree in communications, and he's bragging about it. A DJ with a degree in communications. I mean, he's starting to sound more and more like a politician, I'll be honest with you. Because he doesn't sound like he's good at making decisions. Okay, like that. Okay, the DJ thing, let's ignore that. But the communications degree really isn't like a great degree. I know because I dropped out of college after I switched to communications because I thought it was such a garbage degree. So, experience, though I didn't get a degree at all. So, maybe I should hold my tongue. He says he manages a business on our city's downtown core. Yeah, he DJs and calls it a business. He's like one of those businessmen, and it's like some guy that just thinks he's a businessman, but really he DJs at a very, very small bar once a month. That's what it sounds like. With regards to leadership, what other elected public or nonprofit offices have you held? Okay, what's this guy's name again? Drew Dutton. Double D. Hey, Double D. Okay, what offices has he held? None. He says, I currently have not held a position that fits under these descriptions. However, I think local government is the perfect place to get my start. Okay, so basically, this is a guy turning a resume. He's like, "Yeah, I DJ and have communications. I'd like to be the CEO." That's what this sounds like. I don't like this guy's. I don't like this guy's application. I think maybe he should really figure out if this is what he wants to do. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong on this guy. Maybe he's a great guy. Maybe he's kind of like me, where he hasn't really done much, but it's because he's been thinking about it, like me. Okay. The newspaper asked, do you subscribe to our community's legal newspaper, the Black Hills Pioneer? Great job, newspaper. What a great question. I'm going to learn so much about this candidate from this question. I kind of hate this question. What are the most... Okay, there's so much. How many candidates are there? There's this guy named Scott. Oh, there's only two. Oh, boy. Okay, I'm going to skip to the second guy and then go back. Because I don't know this. I need to get to more articles. Name and what he does for a living. His name is Scott... Sorry, I read ahead. Scott Horrigan. Scott Aurigan. Okay. First thoughts. Maybe the last name should be more pronounceable. I think he should just change it to Scott Hagen or something. Something easy to pronounce. Scott Hogan. Something easier because I don't want to try and figure out if it's Aurigan or Horrigan or Hourigan. Sorry. What's he do for a living? He's a doctor of chiropractic. Automatically better than the last candidate because he doesn't DJ. What motivated you to run for this office? He replied, it was time for me to step up and get involved to give back to this great community. Good answer. Why do you think you're qualified for this position? He says, I've been on board positions for four nonprofit organizations. Led a booming small business. Well, we don't have to read it anymore. This guy's already getting elected. The other guy's a DJ with a communications degree that's never held an office ever. And this guy's held nonprofit positions. He's been on board for him. He doesn't get anything, I hope. I don't know how nonprofits work. He also says he did other stuff and all sounds pretty good. Okay. He's the president of the Spearfish Optimist Club. Okay. Get a little dinged for that. I don't know what an Optimist Club is. Sounds like I'd hate it because optimists are just delusional people, in my opinion. Okay. Oh, sorry. That was just the first of a long list of things he's done. Member of the Leadership Spearfish Program. That sounds pretty good. Longtime member of the Spearfish Chamber and Spearfish Economic Development. Wow. Board positions of 4 different nonprofits. He said that one already. Okay. Okay. And he's been to a city council meeting. Okay. Do you subscribe? Okay, so they asked the same question. Do you subscribe to the newspaper, the Black Hills Pioneer, which posted this? And this guy straight up just said no. Oh my gosh, he needs to get elected. Honestly, I wish I had a bigger following so that we could email people telling them to vote for this guy. Oh man. Because the other guy's a DJ that subscribes to a tiny little newspaper that I think all of their emails are free, like all their articles. I think if you subscribe for something that's free anyway, I think that really says something about you. I think if you pay for something that's free, you either have a lot of money that you're trying to throw away, or you're kind of an idiot, or it's a nonprofit thing. But a newspaper is not a nonprofit, so that's my opinion. Okay. I don't really care about reading this rest of the article. How long did it take me? I spent 10 minutes on that one article. Okay, I've got to. Oh gosh, this city is so boring. Let's go to this this stupid article. The Atomic Pizza Cafe caters to college crowd. This town is so boring. This is from a month ago. I can't find anything recent from this town. It's from a month ago. They did an article that says college kids went to a pizza place. What? Why do you need an article telling people this? This is basically saying old people went to a McDonald's, except it's young people going to a pizza place. Why would you write this article? Who cares? This town must have no crime at all. Okay, this is just an advertisement for the pizza place. I'll read a little bit of the article. Spearfish, the Atomic Pizza Cafe is ready to make some noise. Owner Mike Grieco opened the Atomic Pizza Cafe in early April, located at 600. Okay. First off, you don't need to know the location. Just look it up. Okay? Golly. This is obviously just an advertisement. The Atomic offers Sicilian double-baked pizzas by the slice, whole pizzas, breadsticks, cheese sticks, milkshakes, and malts. All right. Sounds pretty good, not going to lie. Quote, we have 9 different pizzas on the menu now, and we plan to add a few more each month until we have 30 to 40 pizzas on the menu, Greco said. Greco's the owner. You should know. Sorry. The pizza dough and marinara recipe served at the Atomic is a traditional recipe. Okay, this is just an advertisement for a pizza place that's by a college. I'm done with this article. Stupid. Okay. All right, let me see if I can sort by June, because all of these are April. Let me go to the website for them and look at their their recent stories. So the recent stories say the brewery at Jacob's Brewhouse and Grocery now open. Okay, another advertisement for a food place. A DC Booth Fish Hatchery celebrates 125 years. What is that? DC Booth? Who's that? Didn't he kill Abraham Lincoln? Oh, shoot. Somehow I have to turn off my ad blocker again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I have to register, subscribe to... Oh, look at the Black Hills Pioneer moving up in the world. Golly. Can I really not read any more articles? I can't read any more articles. Okay, so it's not actually free service. So I'm going to take back that one guy that didn't subscribe, and I'm going to say that it's good on him for not subscribing because, frankly, it shouldn't have a subscription. I don't know why. I don't know why this tiny newspaper thinks they're all that. They're not. I'm just going to read the article titles and then try and figure out something else. Oh man, this article says search and sniff, and that's the title of the article. Search and sniff. Okay, I'm just gonna register because I really want to see what search and sniff is. So I'm gonna pause right now and make an account. Okay, sorry, I got confused for a second. Uh, I made the account, and so now I can read their articles again. Search and sniff. Discover the science of search and rescue dogs. Unfortunately, this isn't as funny as I thought it would be. I thought search and sniff was going to be like, police search a home using their nose or something. Like it was a new city thing where cops couldn't use their hands searching buildings because they only did it twice a year, and it was usually like the same guy's house because he lost his keys or something. Okay. Uh, Gosh, now the article's boring, so I don't want to read it. I'll read a little bit just because I kind of hyped it up a little. Since 2009, the Wolfpack working dogs have been called upon to help search and rescue efforts throughout the Black Hills. And during Thursday's Science Rocks presentation, some of the courageous canines and the heroic humans who trained them took some time to explain the science behind the super sniffers. Super sniffer, that's a term. Some might call me a super sniffer when it comes to women's hair. Okay. Paige McPherson's Olympic dream still alive? That sounds like a good article. Who's Paige McPherson? Is she running for council? Is she a DJ on the weekends? Okay. Sturgis name. She's not even from this Spearfish town. All right, let's get into this article. McPherson was supposed to compete in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, but the COVID-19 pandemic forced the Summer Olympics to be postponed until 2021. Okay, this article just says that she's still going to be competing. Great. Wow, this is a long article to say that. A long article. Let me count the paragraphs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 paragraphs to say she's still going to be competing. Imagine writing for a local newspaper and nobody reads it, and then you decide to write an article that's basically like a college length essay on someone that it literally just. I'm reading through it trying to figure out if there's anything else that's like important about her, but it's just saying that she's going to be competing. Okay, it says that she finished 11th in the 2012 London Olympics. Okay, so this town is more boring than Corpus Christi. Maybe I should make like a most boring city award because this would be a good contender. Maybe when I'm more organized and I'm not in Ohio anymore, I'll come up with something. Okay, a couple other articles for this area. Experts urge youth vaccinations, but COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy is strong in South Dakota. Wow, what a shock. Oh gosh, the ads on this site. Free food for adults 60 plus. Are you or someone you know age 60 plus living on a limited income and in need of food assistance? Feeding South Dakota. That's the company. Okay. It's like a gymnastics article for high school. Some college triathletes got an award. There's this random guy named Bob. Okay, I have to read this one. This article is called Bob's Last Story About Jack McCall. First off, who is Bob? And who is Jack McCall? I don't know. Bob Hansen knew all about Yankton's history. Fortunately, he was also a Mason, so whenever he came to inspect the nearly 150-year-old bricks of the Pennington House, the home of Dakota Territory Governor John Pennington and today the publishing headquarters for South Dakota Magazine, he always had a story. Okay, I don't know who Jack McCall is. Oh, here it says. Jack McCall, the man who murdered Wild Bill Hickok at Saloon Number 10 in Deadwood in August of 1876, was one of his favorite subjects. Okay, so this article is about this guy named Bob that tells a story about a guy that shot someone. That's an article. So I read the name of the title. I have to go. This is almost a 30-minute podcast. I'm pretty impressed with myself. Holy smokes. I never do it this long. So I'm going to end it here. I have to do some stuff in Ohio. Oh, so I'm going to sign off. I'm going to start posting my podcast to Instagram, but I'm not going to do this one because it's a little bit personal at the beginning. So I'm going to start doing it next week. But I've got a few more friends that I'm telling about this, so they might hear it. So hi, guys. Email me questions at davesaturdaypodcast@gmail.com. All right, everybody have a great weekend. Goodbye.